I request the chief guest, Dr. Vinay Kumar Das, Director General Electronics and Communication Systems, DRDO, to deliver this convocation.
Good morning to everyone. Honorable Chancellor, Governor, Professor Ganeshi Lalji in absentia, esteemed Vice Chancellor, faculties, staff, academic body, students, their parents, and all the future leaders of our great country, Bharat. It's a great honor for me to stand before this elite audience to deliver my convocation address on this unique 14th commencement ceremony. At the outset, I am thankful to my parents, my teacher, all my well-wishers, Dr. Kalam, who has been my hero always, and everyone who has been a part of my life in this great journey to be among you all today. Coincidentally, this convocation falls on a very special day today, 28 February, the National Science Day, in the honor of Dr. C.V. Raman. It's a great honor for me that juxtaposing two great events together on this great alma mater for this convocation. Friends, I have two significant reasons to feel proud of today. First, I am standing in the soil of the great martyr and the lion of Sambalpur, the hero of the country, Veer Surendra Saiji. And of course, the other significant reason is, like you all, I have also been graduated from this college 35 years back. So it's a nostalgic homecoming for me to this great institution, which is a temple for me. By God's grace, I have delivered many such convocation addresses, but delivering a convocation address in your own institute, where you entered in as a child with a great dream to serve this country, and come back and meet the next generation, who all come with a pride to receive their degrees and certificate. Friends, it's a great honor for every individual who is born here. I am so thankful to governing body for making me come to this beautiful place, surrounded by both power and irrigation channel, one signifying agriculture and other signifying engineering, the two strong pillars of our nation. In fact, by inviting me, you have not only honored me, you have honored the entire scientific community of this country on National Science Day. VSSUT is the University of Eminence, amazing pioneer institute. In United States, we call this event as a commencement ceremony, because here on the new life commences, the new career commences, the new challenge commences. Friends, in your broad shoulder with which you received your degree today, 1.4 billion people's dream rests on this. You have to drive this country, my country India, towards the world of wisdom. In doing so, the first and foremost thing, try to be a great person, a worthy person, an honest person, and a true Indian. Learn to distinguish between the cleverness and the wisdom. It is a multi-mind excitement, friends. Wisdom is not doing everything what you can do. It is to do what gives you happiness towards building a great nation, which you all need to drive through your passion. You should have empathy for the work. You all engineers are problem solvers. Your life starts with a problem when you step into the institute. And when you exit this institute, plethora of problems are waiting outside this auditorium to receive your golden touch. You all need to put your best efforts, your dedication to create a great India. To be successful in your mission, you need to have both idealism and ambition. But remember, friends, idealism without ambition may take you somewhere, but ambition without idealism will be disastrous. And the right balance between the two will take you towards your goal. It's a huge day, not only for you, it's for your parents, for your teacher, and especially for yourself. Parents have born you and given you the right culture to live in this society. They are like Guru Brahma. Your teachers are the right deity who has enabled you to face every challenge of this world, they are Guru Vishnu. And the soul within you, the trust within you, the belief within you to achieve the best is your own self-consciousness, your own self-power, that is Guru Mahesh. And this is the Trideva of our religion, my dear friends. And today is the day where we have to salute all three goddesses to go forward to your life. Friends, it's the skill and the talent which has brought you all up to where you are today. But it is only talent which is going to excel you in your life. I remember a very small story. You all have seen honeybee who takes honey through the bloom flowers and creates the honeycomb, makes honey, stores it. And then we the human steal those honeycomb ruthlessly to get the honey out. But still the honeybee keeps on collecting honey. One day, one bird was asking the honeybee, so much honey you create, but this human takes your honey. Don't you feel upset? Don't you feel low? Then the tiny honeybee says, friend, I don't feel low. In fact, I feel high. The reason being, all the honey which I make, the entire life, the human takes it. But I take the pride because human can take honey. Human doesn't know the skill of making honey. He can steal all my honey. As long as he does not take the skill of taking my honey, I will always be up in the sky and man will always be lower. This is the spirit, friends. This is the skill. This is the talent. This is the attitude. This is the right balance which is going to take you all up and up the sky. Now the great thing which we think about in this world is, after a few years from now, ask yourself, who are you going to be? Not what are you going to be? How the nation is going to look up to you? How the countrymen, 1.4 billion people are looking up to you with a solution, with a pride, with an honor to solve all the current problems of this country is what this degree is all up to, my dear friends. Ladies and gentlemen, I have come from a very small place. My education was from a very simple village school. My mother has been my first teacher who taught me all the epics of Ramayana and Mahabharata. My father has been my inspiration. From the vernacular studies, when I got into the +2 and it was all Weber Manning white wagon with all English, both English and physics are going up my head. That's the struggle I have faced, dear friends. Handling the struggle, facing the challenges, cracking onto all that and entering into this great institution and getting out. And more than that, one day when I get an invitation from United States to represent India, to deliver international test and evaluations associations, my entire experience about the skills of missiles and the great technologies. When I deliver, there are another 25 nations who are delivering there. And on the final day, when they declared the award, they said in the history of the United States, this is the first time in the history of 25 years, one non-American has got world's best speaker. And God's blessings, that was me. This is the pride. This is the generosity of this country. This is the culture of this country. This is the love of this country. This is the knowledge and wisdom of this country, India, my dear friends. The more you go forward, the more you speak and make the India the world number one. That everyone was asking me on the TV channel, being from India, from vernacular, how do you feel when you be on the top of the world? I said only one line, love your mother, love your motherland. Janani Janma Bhumishya Swargadapi Gariyasi. That's the pride. That is the culture. That is the drive, my dear friends, which takes you towards the top of the world. You will be very happy to know India is a country where 65% of the population are below 35 years of the age. We are the world leader in the youth today. With the average age of 29 years compared to 37 of China or 48 of Japan, we need to excel through this youth power to make this country as the world number one, friends. But I'll tell you, all the young masses listening to me, there is a great challenge for the youth today. The whole country looks up to you, but you need to have a balance between the culture of the earlier days and the power of today. You need to carry the technology, but be careful enough that the technology does not carry you forward. You need to maintain the work-life balance. You need to maintain the techno-spiritual balance. You have to save the earth for water, for pollution, for carbon footprint, biosphere, nuclear, so on and so forth. The challenges are many. But no doubt, my dear friends, you are the best and the brightest people that the emerging economy like India has to offer to the rest of the world. I am absolutely confident that you are the people who will take it to the future and the transition from 21st century to 22nd century. You know, friends, 300 years ago, we were the global trade of 25% in the GDP. Today, we command a $3 trillion economy. But you know the most interesting thing? The first $1 trillion came after 67 years. The second $1 trillion came after 8 years. And the third $1 trillion comes after 5 years. That is the growth which this country is making today. You are the core and the center of India in 21st century. You are where China was 30 years back. And you are at the inflection point. You know, as you hit a $2,000 GDP per caps, you hit the inflection point. In next 15 years, you will be a $10 trillion economy and you will be the center of this economy. China would have slowed down by then, so could be US. Europe would have trailing back, and we could be 700 million consuming class. Friends, it happens once in 15 generations, and you are so lucky you are heading that generation. You would be knowing we missed the industrial revolution in Europe. We missed the manufacturing level trade revolution to both Japan and China. We missed the technology revolution, though we had a great IT companies by then, but we could not cope up with the demand. And today, the tectonic shifts that is happening everywhere, bioscience, supercomputing, everything is combining. India is heading towards a great economic and social power. But if you wish to excel today, I need all of you, because you'll be happy to know we are going ahead for the fourth revolution, that is called digital revolution. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, blockchain as the next internet, augmented reality, Internet of Things, metaverse, Web 3.0 as the buzzwords of today. ChatGPT is all set to rule our technology world. And India is handling the more data bank than US and China together. Can you believe it? That's the kind of digitization which India is aiming at. So my dear friends, such a challenge is there for you. Be prepared for changes. You need to adapt to the environmental changes and march forward. You know, by not adapting to the changes, a huge monster like dinosaur even could not survive. So change you have to embrace, you have to go forward, you have to accept the challenge, convert every challenge to opportunity which will fall in front of you. I am not surprised if your generation is going to change career 3 to 4 times. Remember friends, career, not the job. So be prepared to rescale yourself, adapt yourself to what the market is all about, what country needs today, what will make our country as the world number one. You have to do radically different. Unlearn what you have learned, embrace the changes, get into the new technology, get into the challenge. In the professional market which we are heading at, maybe 25% will be without job in the year 2025. But they are the 25% challenge for you. Help them to realize their dream. Make India simply the happiness capital of the world. You remember how Japan took up after Second World War? They have to understand nothing other than the work. Day in and day out, right from the morning till evening, from the child to the adult, everybody was dedicated for the nation building. And that's the reason such a great country it has become. Another important thing I'd like to tell you today. Today you are graduates, postgraduates. You will go to the great institutions. You will become CEOs, you will become IAS, you will become great scientists and whatnot. You will become great, but let the greatness not touch you inside. Never think you are a great man. Remember, you are one of the 10 billion people who have walked on this earth. 3 billions might have died, 3 billions might have been burned. And earth is just a tiny planet, like a grain of salt in the entire universe. That tiny all of you are. That tiny is your things. So that shows how small you are. So never try to boast yourself. Try to do, try to deliver. Like a squirrel contributed for creating a Setubandh, each one of you, with your learning, with your experience, with your expertise, with your skill, dedicate for the nation building. Do not make a living, my dear friends, make a life. You make a living by what you get, and you make a life by what you give. Have a habit of the joy of giving should be the new art of living for all of you. Try to give what you can give, because you actually do not lose what you give. You lose what you keep with you. All your teachers sitting here has delivered their knowledge to all of you, that all of you could shine today. All of you are glittering in my India today. It is only because they gave you. It's your responsibility to give back to the nation, deliver whatever best you can give to this great nation. Friends, in the process of giving, we always pray God that I should have a great thing in my life, I should do a great things. But what we do, when we achieve a great thing, we forget God, we forget teacher, we forget parents. And tomorrow when we have a great problem, we again remember them. I'll tell you a very small story. There was a guy working on the downstairs, and his boss was sitting on the second floor trying to call him to get his attention. You know, he called 2-3 times. That gentleman didn't listen. Then he started throwing a $10 coin. He nicely collected that, kept it in his pocket and started working. He threw $20 coin. He again picked that, kept it in his pocket and started working. Didn't put attention from where the coin is coming. Finally, that guy at the top threw a nice stone onto his back. And when the stone has hit the back, he looked up. And then he understood from where it is coming. This is exactly what we do. When God gives us dollars, we keep on collecting. When God throws a stone, we start thinking about God. Never do that. God is there everywhere. God is all pervading. It is God who makes us what we are today. And this is the God, is the father, mother, teacher, your well-wishers, and the society. So worship them, honor them, love them at every moment, at every breath. Friends, today with 7.6 billion people around the world, you'll be very surprised to know only 4 billion are connected over internet. What about the remaining 3 billions? Out of that 1 billion reside in India. Friends, they are our billion. That 1 billion which is going to take this India to the top. You know how? Not just because they don't have internet. It is because you as a catalyst has to transform their dream to reality. You engineers, your job does not end by leading a CEO or getting a great nation. Your job commences now as you get out of this auditorium. You have to learn culture. You have to learn patriotism. You have to learn every single thing that will transform you to a great warrior of this free India. This is what is patriotism, my dear friends. It is not only on 15th August or 26th January what we do. It is true patriotism to ethically, effectively, honestly, we have to make our public governance system effective. We have to salute our country. We have to be proud of our country. At every moment we have to say we are Indian. This part is from India. This product is made from India. This missile is from India. This weapon is from India. This test system is from India. That pride has to come at every breath of individuals today. That's the way we can shine in our economy. Friends, we surpassed Russia, Italy, Brazil, all of you know that. In 2017 we surpassed France. In 2019 we surpassed UK. And today we are all set to surpass Germany. And maybe in 2030 will be the third largest economy of this world. But if you need to take India to this level, we have to change our thinking. We have to deliver smart work, then hard work. And that will take you to the top of the world, my dear friends. I'll give you a small story. It's a big challenge when we are living, because we have to live and we have to grow. When you grow, there will be pollution, there will be traffic, there will be a number of problems. You engineers have to solve those problems to make us live and to make us grow. This is the dual challenge I want to throw before all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, 1987, I walked out from this great institute with my best graduate with a promise to this land that I will not leave India, I will not leave this country. And today with pride I have come back to this land to answer to my mother, UCE then and today VSSUT, that I am still serving in India with a great pride, with a great honor for me, for all the great things which I do for this country. Every moment I get a pride for this. This is what is the true value of education today. This is what I expect every budding graduate here going out should have these promises. When I was adoring you with the gold medal, I was whispering in every single best graduate's ear, make my country proud. Be committed today that do a single thing which will make this country proud. This has been my journey, friends, from South Hostel, Diden, to today, Ashok Devas. It's a great thing when I joined in DRDO with Dr. Kalam, which Madam Usha Padi was mentioning to about. I was there in the Indian Missile Program from 1987 when this country was struggling. we were not doing the skill of making missiles. We started making together with our hands, with our mind together. And as all of you know, 22nd May 1989, we launched the first Agni AE-01. It has taken India to the ballistic club of the world. But you know friends, when success comes, it comes with enemies. Our systems were coming. We were not competent to develop our own technology systems of radar and electro-optics in this country. We were importing from United States. When we had a success, United States was ruthless. He asked us, you cannot use our systems to test your missiles. If you do so, we are going to withdraw our system, we are going to withdraw our experts, and we will leave India high and dry. Friends, we took it as a challenge. And they said, if you need to take our systems, you have to sign an agreement. You cannot make missiles beyond 300 kilometers. We were young like you. I asked myself, 15th August 1947 we got independence. What is this independence when technologically we can't think independently? Having my brain within, having the power within this country with all the capabilities, we can't make missiles of our own beyond 300 kilometers. The reason is we are importing systems from United States. Dr. Kalam was there. We had to shut the door. We said this is a challenge for this great country. Let India show to the world what it can do by itself. Thanks to all of you, thanks to professors, academic institutions, industries. We had our goal. We created our radars. We created our own telemetry. We created our own electro-optical systems. You will be happy to know, friends, today integrated test range could be the only test range in the world which has got every tracking systems capability of the systems made by its own country. And with this power, we could make missiles not less than 300 kilometers, touching 5,000 kilometers on our own. This is called the power and the commitment which you give it to the country. The other day I was sharing, when we made Mission Shakti, the anti-satellite missiles, India became one of the unique countries in this world that on the very first attempt, we made our missile systems so practical, so to the point, so bullseye, that we could intercept our own satellite, proving us to the space war which India has declared as one of the leading countries in the world. Today, when you talk about all those success, when I see about piercing through the satellite, which is like a speck of a salt in the space, that your missile has to be so accurate to touch it and pierce through this. This shows the marvel of control engineering. This shows the marvel of software. This shows the marvel of technology, my dear friends. And when you do that, you jump like children. You think that you have grown young, and you think that you as India are rising and shining and touching the sky and piercing through the blue sky, friends. This is India. This is my great country. And this is how I get a pride today. I could have earned millions of dollars maybe abroad, but I could have been wealthy, I couldn't have been rich. Maybe I would have been one of the millionaires there. Today being here, we are the proud Indians to show to the rest of the world what a true and an honest Indian can do when it comes to technology, when it comes to challenge, when it comes to international existence. Friends, we are the people who are made from bulletproof jacket to the missiles. We are the people who are made from Dhanush to Prachand. Indian defense market is phenomenal today. You'll be very, very happy to know in Jammu and Kashmir we have got the highest storage of lithium. Why I am saying this today? I want to throw a total disruptive technology in front of all my children here. If you want to grow, if you want to be number one in the race, friends, you can't be chasers. As long as you are chasers, you will be number two. And if you are going to be a winner, you can follow the path. You have to create your path. And if you have to create your path, you have to think what this country needs today. What is the necessity of this country? I'll give you a very simple example. Cell phone we struggle. I was also struggling on the dais that my battery is discharging and I need to charge it to make it powerful. Can you think of a battery which does not need charging at all? How beautiful the world will be. This is how India will be number one, friends. This is called disruption. Think of a technology which nobody has thought. Never try to duplicate a technology. Never try to copy a system. Think with creativity. Think what the Indian soldier needs today. Think what the country needs today. Think what every citizen of this country needs today. Then only in the disruptive technology you will be at the top. Indian semiconductor mission is unfolding in a big way, friends. Mission for green hydrogen is going on in a big way. PLI mission is going on a big way. We are the people. If we could make Vedas, we are the people who have created zero. If we have made Upanishad, we have developed pi. If we have Pushpak Biman, we have the light combat aircraft Tejas piercing through the blue sky, declaring to the world that India is ready with its own fighter for the fight battles. This is this country. So all this I want to say to my young team here, that creative, accept the challenge, go forward to make India proud with your brain ahead, and this is what is going to make India to the top. Friends, Indian industries have come in a long way to support us today. With 411 negative import list, India has declared that in a sooner we are not going to import things, in fact we are going to export. Few days back when I was in Aero India, hundreds of countries around, they were all asking about our product. Just one with the paucity of time I'd like to share with you today. Over the years, for every fighter aircrafts India has, we were importing radars. It's a different technology radars, active electronic scan array radar. India was absolutely dependent on foreign countries for this. We have developed, we have designed, and we have created history by making this radar, AESAR. It is called Uttam. And this is the radar which is integrated to our LCA and shown all the power, crossed all the limits to establish itself that better than every contemporary radar around the world, that not only India is dreaming to replace all fighters with this radar, entire foreign countries are looking up to India to import this radar from us. This is the power, friends. This is the design. This is the technology. If we talk about technology, it is not only to choke the import. The time has come, we have to think about the export. And now the countries are mad to look after India for export. Gone are those days. So with our design, with our development, the reversal of economy is coming very fast, friends. And it's a great opportunity for all of you to come. There is a very simple difference, friends, between your time and our time. In our time, India needed us. So I stayed back because everybody was leaving India. In your time, you need India. You know why? Today, India is the greatest destination for success. India is the business capital of the world going to be. India is leading the world very soon with the economy, and India is the land of opportunity. India is the land of power. India is the land of expectation. India is the land of culture. India is the land of shine. So you guys have to experiment. You guys have to deliver India. There was a time we had 0 and 1. Then we had 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G, and today we think about 6G. This entire digital divide is making India ahead in power, my dear friends. With $950 billion of FDI, you know, $530 billion came in last 90 months, and that was from 162 countries. Remember, 162 countries are deciding India as their destination. And you, my countrymen, who have been graduated from this institute, where else you think of? You have to be here to bring more countries to India, to make this country shine and to make this country go forward and the great years ahead. Friends, you'll be very happy to know, despite so much of the $1 billion of fresh works coming up, we are still at day 0. Every startup is focusing today. Lots of startups are coming today. You know that. But do you know? They are focusing hardly only on 40 million people. What about those 100 million Indians who are still away from this? Out of that, multiple people, 50 million Indians, they are the farmers. They give us for which we are standing today. They are the people who create India as the agriculture capital tomorrow. When there is a food crisis, when there is a problem for the world to survive, India is going to stand high, friends. It is not because of only technology or missiles, it is also with agriculture. So today, I request all of you that with all your knowledge, with all your wisdom, with all your power, you are going to push this country to be the next generation agriculture capital of the world. That is where we will be. That is where we can define the new dimension to this country. Friends, the Vice Chancellor was speaking about failure. I have expanded failure. First attempt in learning under regressive environment. Never gets worried when you fail, because we say failure is the pillar of success. Indian missile program is the live example. We have fallen multiple times when we had problems. But whenever we had problems, we have learned more than what was our problem. I'll give you a very small example which I normally speak. When you lose something in your home and you start searching that in your home to every nook and corner, you discover many other things which you lost in the past and you get them back. and of course you got what you searched also. This simple example shows what Indian missile program failure is. We keep digging inside the missile, we keep piercing through the missiles to understand every single problem which is there in the missiles, and our missiles become more and more stronger. So whenever you fail, whenever you fall down, never get worried, my dear friends. I'll tell you to my young children a small story. The fight in the boxing ring is never over when you fall down. The boxing ring fight is over when the referee shows you 1, 2 and 3 and you refuse to get up. So 100 times you will fall in your life, but 101 time you have to get up. Friends, you have to show your power this country to what we showed as Indian missile program by falling multiple times. Today we have made ICs, we have made intermediate range ballistic missiles, we have made Mission Shakti, we have made SATs, and we have made surface to air and air to surface missiles. It's all possible by our own country, by our own people, by our own industries. Friends, many times in life we think we are having tension, isn't it? When you are writing examination, you are having tension. When you are going to the laboratories, electrical laboratories especially, you are having tension before switching on the motors. When you are facing the vivas, you are having tension. So you must have been tired of this tension. But I want to give you a very small analogy, how beautiful is tension. You all have seen a musical instrument like veena and guitar, okay? So when you want to put the right tune, you have to have the tension in the string. Well, if the tension is less, string becomes loose, it can't give you music. If tension is more, the string becomes tight and it breaks, it can't give you music. If the tension is in the right proportion, you get a beautiful music from all those string instruments. That's the value of tension in our life, my dear friends. Enjoy tension, embrace tension. Have the right amount of tension so that the music of love, the music of passion, the music of delivery, and the music of life, it continues forever. Further, as you grow in your life, friends, one important thing I would like to tell you today, never forget the root from where you have been origin. The tree, the day forgets the root, soon gets uprooted and falls down. I'll tell you a two-line story. You all know about Bill Gates. You might have heard this. One day Bill Gates was going to a cafe, and on the tip he gave $1 to the cafe guy and left. So the guy kept that $1 and went out. 4 days after, Bill Gates' daughter came in to the same cafe. She threw $200 as the tip and left. Third day when Bill Gates went to the same cafe, that cafe fellow tells Bill Gates, how conjuice you are. Being such a great millionaire, you gave only $1 tip. Your daughter gave $200 tips. Bill Gates with a smile said, yes, I take it with a salute because I am the son of a woodmaker. And that lady, that girl, is the daughter of a billionaire. That's the difference. Since I am the son of a woodcutter, I respect my culture, I respect my root, I respect that freedom, and I respect that money. This is what is called the root to be respected about, my dear friends. Before I conclude, I like to tell you only one thing. Never think you are the originators of things. You are like a carrier. You have seen the wire which conducts electricity. It never generates electricity, but it conducts electricity, being a good conductor. And be a good conductor in life. Carry the conduct, carry the culture, carry the humanity, carry the civilization, carry the love. Don't offer resistance because bad conductors nobody likes. Be a good conductor in your life. Friends, learning gives creativity. Creativity leads to thinking. Thinking provides knowledge. Knowledge gives you wisdom. And wisdom gives you divinity. Before I conclude, I wish to pay tribute to all-time hero of mine, Dr. Kalam. He has given us the power to dream. It is not that which we see while sleeping, but it is the dream that does not allow us to sleep. It is this dream which will help us transforming my country from a developing nation to a developed nation. He has ignited our mind. He has given us the wings of fire to fly beyond India 2020. He has grounded our soul with inspiring thoughts, indomitable spirits, and reigniting transcendence. He has assured us that we are born to blossom and triggered us with the spirit of India and Mission India, with the thoughts for the change which is the pathway to the greatness and turning point for transforming our nation as a technology superpower. All these words are connecting the books written by Dr. Kalam, which I have fallen in love with, and I thought to connect all those books together for you to give you the spirit which will drive you towards achieving your goal. May God bless you. Friends, before I conclude, I'll tell you one thing. The bird who sits on a branch of the tree sits so firmly, so comfortably, so boldly, because it does not trust the branch of the tree. It trusts the wings of itself. Tomorrow, if the branch breaks, it is through the wing, it can fly and touch the sky. You all are my wings of fire. You all are going to define the new generations to this country. You are the team who graduated today are going to bring pride to this country. And you are the team who are going to take India to the next century with the power that India is going to be the technology superpower, the economic superpower, the social superpower, and the happiness capital of this world, that every individual of this world to come and stay in India. That's the commitment, that's the promise I want from all of you. Before I end, दो शब्द राष्ट्रभाषा में बोलना चाहूंगा। आप मेरे वो परिंदे हो, आप मेरे वो परिंदे हो, जब उड़ान भरोगे 100 बार आपका पंख को काटा जाएगा। दोस्तों, आप वो परिंदा हो, जब आप उड़ान भरोगे 100 बार आपका पंख को काटा जाएगा, पर आप फिर भी अपने लक्ष्य तक पहुंचोगे, क्योंकि आप वो परिंदा है जो अपने पंख से नहीं, अपने हौसले से उड़ते हैं। हौसला बुलंद रखो, जिंदगी को आगे बढ़ाओ, जिंदगी को अरमान बनाओ और जिंदगी के हर पल को यादगार बनाओ। इतना बनाओ कि पूरा दुनिया आपकी तरफ देखते रह जाए। ये हमारी हिंदुस्तान है, ये हमारे आज के अजीब जवान हैं जो अपने नए इतिहास रचाएंगे। मेरे प्यारे दोस्तों, इतिहास पढ़ना छोड़ दो, जिंदगी में बहुत इतिहास पढ़ लिया, अब वक्त आया है इतिहास रचाने का। और हर इंसान, हर शख्स, हर बंदा जो यहाँ खड़ा है वो इतिहास रचाएगा, एक नए हिंदुस्तान का इतिहास रचाएगा जो आने वाले पीढ़ी पढ़ाएगा, और आने वाले पीढ़ी उसके लिए गौरवान्वित होगा, और आने वाले पीढ़ी नए इतिहास के लिए और आगे बढ़ेगा। Ladies and gentlemen, my dear loving children, with this love for all of you, I pray God, I pray Almighty, let them make every child as a true Indian, which every Indian will be proud of. With this as a concept, I came here to take a commitment from all of you. My salute to parents, my salute to children, my salute to teachers, and my salute to every individual of this great institution, University College of Engineering, BURLA, once upon a time, and today the VSSUT, which made me what I am today. I would like to touch this soil every moment, every time, to show the power to the world, and to give you a belief, friends, that I am here. You are so lucky, so many are so fortunate, and so enterprising, so many gold medals each one of you got. In my time, I got a gold medal as one not only from this college, also between this college and NIT Rourkela REC. This was the competition, friends. With that gold medal in my pocket, with pride I live in this country to salute my countrymen, that I am here to make every individual proud. I am here to make this country proud. Pray God, love you all. Thank you so much for calling me. Thank you so much for loving me. And thank you so much for accepting what I said. And thank you so much for all that you do. And a promise I want to take before leaving this dais. All of you promise me to stay in this country, to make this country proud, and every moment feel proud that you are Indian. That's all this country needs. We don't need engineers, we don't need doctors, we don't need civil services. We need proud Indians who can be proud of India at every moment. सोते जागते हर पल, हर सांसों में, हर खून में हिंदुस्तानी खून चाहिए। ये मेरा वादा है आप सबको, और ये मैं आपसे चाहता हूँ। May God bless you. Thank you so much. जय हिंद, जय भारत, वंदे उत्कल जननी, नमस्कार।
Dr. Vinay Kumar Das, I present you the candidate for award of VSSUT.
Assistant Professor category, Dr. Santosh Kumar Maji, Assistant Professor, Computer Science and Engineering.
Sir, I will request Honorable Vice Chancellor to present a memento to our chief guest. I request Honorable Vice Chancellor to declare the 14th Convocation of these cylinders.